Okay, Bob Seger, Night Moves guitar lesson. Starting off, the first verse, what he does is when he comes into the song, he actually does this differently. The whole song is pretty much the same chord progression, the same couple of chords. But starting off, first let me back up a little bit. You're going to need a capo on the first fret. That's to play along with the actual recording. That's how Bob plays it. So put a capo on the first fret. And the chords you're going to use are G, you're going to use C, you're going to use D, E minor. You're going to use, looks like a B minor right there on the second fret. Let's see, it's second fret A string, fourth fret. This is all in relation to the capo being on the first fret. Third fret on the D string, or the ring finger on the D string, the pinky on the G string, and your middle finger is going to be on that B on the third fret. So that chord, and I think that's pretty much it. There's a kind of weird variation of C that he uses in this song, but it's pretty easy if you just practice it for a little bit. So starting off, the first verse of the song and most of the song, it goes like this. Okay, so that's basically the whole song for the most part, the verse and the intro. However, the intro, he actually plays this. He goes. Then it goes back into the regular part where he's strumming only once. So hear the difference? This is basically the whole song. The very first line in the song, probably the first 5 seconds of the song, he does this. He goes. And then back into the regular strumming pattern. And how he plays that is he starts off with the G, and he's actually muting with his left hand. So he's pulling off the strings a little bit just so that the middle two ring, okay? So those strings ring openly, but the rest of your fingers are still making that G chord, but they're pulled off the strings. So if I pull off, hear how it silences the guitar. Pull off a little bit, but they're still on there, so it basically stops all the vibration of the strings, causing them to just not give off any sound. So what he's doing is he's strumming down, so strumming down once and letting it ring, and then he lets off and mutes that second down strum. So he goes. Hear it? And the next chord is going to be an F, and it's kind of a tricky F. Your first finger bars, both the first fret on the B and E string. Middle finger is going to come down on the second fret on the G string, and then your pinky is going to come down on the third fret on the D string, and then your ring finger is going to come down on the third fret on the A string. So that's how he gets that kind of mute stop sound that we just talked about. So. And that chord right there, that's a C. Instead of a regular C, what he's doing is he has his ring finger on that third fret E string, and he has his pinky on the third fret where the ring finger was, okay? So that's on the A string. So that allows him to give you that mute sound when he pulls off it. So that whole strumming pattern is down, down, up, down. So down, 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 down. And that second down is muted. So then we go to the next chord. So he mutes it. He mutes all the strings when he's on that F, coming down, and up strums it, and then goes back to the same pattern for that last chord in the progression C. Down, down, up, down. And that second down, you're still muting these strings, so you're just letting the tension off. Okay, so if I was to, let's say I was to make a bar chord, and I push down on all the strings, it's going to give me a perfect bar chord. However, if I stop lifting up the tension, it goes away. And I get that muted sound, okay? So that's the same thing he's doing down here. So that's the verse, most of the song. Then the Night Moves part, the chorus, goes like this. It's basically, he goes talking about the night moves, and he goes, it's E minor, and then it's D, C, D, E minor. I'll slow it down for you, so. And he plays the second verse comes in. There's a couple verses in there where it's the same thing over and over. It's the same thing over and over again. And the next part, he has a little fill where basically the verse, I don't know if it's the verse or the chorus, but it all of a sudden goes and it stops like that, and then there's this little fill, okay? And what he's doing is he goes, so land on E minor, and then you hold an E minor still, but you take your fingers off and upstroke once. So it's, so you upstroke once, and then you put your fingers back on and down up. So it's, that's it right there. So down, up, so up, down, up, D, then you strum once to open, and then G. Okay, so. A G7 chord. So it's the same bottom to the G, so it's the ring finger is going to be on the 3rd fret E string, the middle finger is going to be in the 2nd fret A string, and then this your pointer finger is going to be in the 1st fret, okay, 1st fret E string. So then the part, the little interlude in the middle, he goes C, G, so it's C. And it goes, he plays this little fill, which it's like this. It's like, I'm plucking the D string open right now. I'm just holding a G. So he goes, he does that twice. Okay, you gotta kind of listen to the track and figure out where he's playing it exactly. But if you listen really closely, he's doing that. He's basically going and hammering on with that pointer finger, and then back to the root, which is that G right there on the 3rd fret E. And then he slows down the song, and he plays this, I think it's a C major 7, so it's a C, but take off that pointer finger. He plays G, and he only strums it once. If you listen to the song, strums it again. Then he talks about the night, he goes into the night moves part. C, E minor was before C. E minor once again. C. Then you strum C twice. And then he goes right into the final part, which is that verse over and over again, but he plays it like this. He goes. See how I kind of built it up? I started small. So I just kind of played quietly, then I got louder. But what he's doing there is he's hammering on this, so he's basically plucking it open, hammering string on, and he's holding a G the whole time because that's the first chord he goes into in the progression. But he's going, and then he's strumming like these 3 strings, okay? And he's doing his same strumming pattern that I showed you earlier, the down, what is it? Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. But he's only playing in this area, and then gradually he plays more and more of the strings until he's playing all 6 strings. So start off playing 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then work your way to 6, and then you have the whole really loud. And that goes on for probably, I think, like 8 measures. And then after that, it goes into a part, you'll hear it, and it's E minor. Now B minor. So let's do that again, okay? That's the very last part of the song. The E minor, B minor, F, C, G. So not too bad, pretty easy song, just a bunch of basic chords, but you gotta know the timing. The timing is everything. Make sure you have a capo on the 1st fret. And also learn those little fills and exactly how he plays it. This is an easy song, but a couple little things that he does that sets this song apart from just anybody who can play it. So remember to play with soul, and that's about it. That's Bob Seger's Night Moves. If you guys have any questions, let me know. GuitarMadeEZ.com is my website. Check out my $5 ebook. It's got everything in it. Teaches you all your chords. Everything that I've learned up until now is in that book. So check it out. It's on my website. And I will see you guys in the next lesson. Take care.